You could feel this heaven all the time for the one you love. You should feel like you could lose your mind for the one you love. Get on your knees, pray the stars align for the one you love. If you're ready, make the worlds collide for the one you love.
What's up, OSG family? Welcome back to another video. As you can see by the title of the thumbnail, we are getting into that project we told you about in the last video. You know, when we went to Jordan Lake, this one right here, or somewhere on the screen.
Somewhere on the screen.
Yeah, so we enjoyed ourselves out there camping and hanging out by that awesome lake. And even though we didn't get to put our van right by the water as we slept,
Yeah.
we still got to put our van right by the water, as you see in the thumbnail. Yeah, but we told you that we're getting ready to get back to business, you know, without work. What does the Bible say, Nikki?
Faith without works is dead.
So we got to put some work in, gang. We got to get to it. And right now, as you can see, this video is sponsored by
Bodega Cooler. It is the refrigerator CR85X. It's a DC 12 volt, 24 volt.
So I know that we done showed you a couple of refrigerators and coolers already. It's like we might be indecisive or something, right? But no, gang, we're not.
We're not.
We kind of seen how our build was coming along after the bed, and shout out to Bodega. They reached out right in time because we was deciding how we're going to put our refrigerator in here. Like, we was going to go with the coolers, but we really preferred
The refrigerator.
right.
The stand-up refrigerator, kind of dorm style. And we had talked about it before. But it didn't work out initially. But like he said, Bodega came on in right on time. God is good.
That's right. God is great. God always knows what we need before we need it. And we were starting to decide, like, you know, how we was going to pull the cooler out and, you know, where we was going to pull it out from. Now we're going to decide with the refrigerator, like we was telling you in the last video, that we're deciding about making a cabinet or putting it under the bed. So now we have to see where it's going to look best in here.
Right.
And how it's going to function for us. You know, this may be different for you and your build if you're doing a build, or if you're just watching for the entertainment of seeing how hard we struggle with our builds. We appreciate you just as well.
That we do. That we do.
So let's get this box open and see what we're working with, gang. Nikki's trying to cut it like it's bread, gang. It's not a cake, it's a box. Get in there.
I don't want to tear up nothing.
I respect that.
Safety always, guys. Safety always. So this is the Bodega CR85X refrigerator. It has a total capacity of 83 liters. It's 2.94 cubic feet with a refrigeration area of 74.35 liters, which is 2.63 cubic feet, and a freezer capacity of 8.65 liters or 0.31 cubic feet. It measures 31.1 inches height with a width of 17.91 with a depth of 19.9. Key features include temperature settings. They range from 4 degrees Fahrenheit to 46 degrees Fahrenheit. Both manual and Wi-Fi app control for dual operation. Here's how you scan for the app. The cooling modes has max and eco mode, and this refrigerator has low noise operation at less than 45 decibels. When opening the refrigerator, of course, you have your freezer, you have 2 shelves, and a storage drawer at the bottom with lights on the side for nighttime usage. You also have 2 shelves here on the side for condiments, sodas, cans, mayonnaise, whatever you like. As you see already, the temperature is changing. I haven't actually set the refrigerator, but right now we have 67 and 75 degrees. Oh, yeah, the top is cold, and so is the bottom. On the inside, it's only got to 70, and that's probably because I hadn't set it.
So there you have it, gang. That is the Bodega refrigerator, the CR85X refrigerator. Yes, and as you can see, I think we know what we got to do, because showing it to you, you can see it stands just a little taller than the height of the inside of our bed frame. So where the bottom of our bed frame meet is just a little lower than the refrigerator. So therefore, it won't be going up under the bed. And not a problem, because now we decide whether we want to keep it on the ground or do we want to raise it eye level so we can enter it like a regular refrigerator. And Nikki is saying no, and I think I'm leaning towards no too, because it's going to take away from counter space and space that we could use for other things up above. And with it sitting tall like that, why we wanted the refrigerator like this is because of not having to make a drawer that slides out and to take up the little space that we have when we in there and need to go inside the refrigerator. Like now we just swing the door open, and then we still have room to maneuver back and forth in front of the refrigerator. So all we have to leave is enough room for the door to swing open, and which we should have plenty of room to do that.
Also, we're going to have to decide if we're going to keep it in that particular area where we have it, or if we may potentially move it over some, getting closer to wherever we put our sink and counter, so we have the counter running across over top of the refrigerator. And you know, those are just little nuances that we're still thinking about, but I don't know. Let us know in the comments below where you think we should put the Bodega refrigerator.
How are we going to maximize our space? What you think is going to help us maximize it with using that refrigerator. But we probably actually have it in there before you tell us, King. Like, because I plan on, like, we got to secure it before we go on our next trip. We don't want to just have it bouncing around in there.
No.
As you can see, hooking it up was super simple. 2 wires that's already plugged in there, and we just added it to our 12-volt system. So it plugged right into our 12-volt system and turned straight on. 2 screws, done. I put some crimpers on it, though. I did put some, I don't know what's the technical term from the little pieces you put at the end of the wire. But I did put 2 of those on there, so I didn't have to bend the wire around the nut.
Okay, and I was going to say, keep in mind that the cords on the Bodega cooler that come with the refrigerator are a little short, so that may also hinder where you put it. But I'm sure that there's a way that you can add extra wiring to make the wire, that's how I should say, to make the wire longer. Which,
that's a simple, you're absolutely right. That's what we would do. So like if we moved it somewhere else, I'm just going to add the same thickness wire to it, so it's the same gauge, and I'll make it the length that we need it to go, and no more, no less. And while we're speaking about the wiring and how it hooks up, this refrigerator only uses 80 watts and I think 6.5 amps. Yeah, so that's not a lot of draw on a refrigerator. So we can actually have that refrigerator going as we're driving to a campsite, no matter how far that is. If that's the only thing running, right? We can have that going, and we can get to our campground, plug up, charge our batteries back up, and do whatever we need to do from there. So that's going to be a great addition to our build. And shout out to Bodega again. Thank you for sponsoring this video and sending us this awesome product. Can't wait to put it to the test. As you seen, we was using their cooler in the last video, right? And you see how well that does. So I have no doubt that the refrigerator would do even greater than the last. Is that right? Did I say that right? Greater? Better?
We'll do even better, I guess.
Even better?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, gang. You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah. Y'all going to be seeing us go ahead and installing this bad boy probably in the very next video. So that's why I say y'all got from this video until we get ready to start on installing it, which is coming very soon. I mean, that's the next project. We're going to build where this thing goes, where it's going to live. It's forever home. Yeah. And like I said, we appreciate anybody that's want to leave any tips, tricks, comments, ideas, opinions. We welcome it all. Y'all the OSG family. We appreciate y'all.
Absolutely. And because we appreciate y'all, look in the description box below to find the link to get you a awesome Bodega refrigerator.
Yes, make sure you do that. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You know, we always telling people to like, comment, share, and subscribe, but I don't think we ever tell them, like, you know, what we mean by share. What do you think that means?
Okay. So share our video out. Tell other people all about Wherever We Land and join in the outside gang for all of our outdoor adventures.
Right. And then also you can share it by putting it on your social media pages. Like all you got to do is hit the share button and pick one of our videos, doesn't matter which one, and share it to your social media page, your Facebook, IG, and you know, Twitter, whatever you have. Just share it out. That helps out a lot. Just hitting that share button. You might find somebody else that can benefit from our videos, and it definitely helps us to stay in the algorithm. So we appreciate y'all. Thank you for all our subscribers. Shout out to our channel members, Steve and Black to My Roots. Did I say that right?
You did.
Awesome. Yeah, shout out to Tanji. Yeah. Yeah, we appreciate every last one of y'all. And if you haven't subscribed and you just watching it on your TV, thank you for viewing our videos. We appreciate all of y'all just the same. Thank y'all.
And God bless. And with that being said,
God's got us wherever we land. Yeah.